everybody. We've written both of these pages. We're back on page 7 now, which was our equivalent fractions, and we're on the other side of page 7. And the title of this page is Simplest Form. Simplest form is when we use the smallest possible numbers to represent an amount. So when you think simplest form, you can also think of it as smallest form. The smallest possible numbers. So on the previous page, we had 5/15 and 10/30 and 1/3. The smallest possible numbers to use would be 1 out of 3, 1/3. Same amount, three different ways to say it, but this one is the simplest form. The way we can tell if a fraction is in simplest form is the top and the bottom will have no common factors. If they have a common factor, you're not in simplest form yet. So if we take, let's say, 4/10, 4/10 is not in simplest form. We could represent this with smaller numbers. If I think about the factors of 4 and 10, they're both even, so they both have 2 as a factor. I divide 2 from both. 4 divided by 2 becomes 2. 10 divided by 2 becomes 5. Now 2 and 5 are both prime numbers. They don't have any more common factors. So this is the simplest form of 4/10. This is where your factor table is probably going to be your BFF again, because you can look and see, do these numbers have any common factors? So if we had 10 over, 150. They both end in 0, so they both have 10 as a factor. So I divide both of them by 10. Remember, when I'm doing equivalent fractions, the top and the bottom have to be the same so that it equals 1. So 10 divided by 10 is 1. 15 divided by 10 is 15. 1 is the magic number, and 15 is the prime number. There's no more common factors. Now, for the fastest possible way to get from any fraction to its simplest form, we're going to divide by the, are you so excited? Greatest common factor. Woohoo! So if they both have 2 as a factor, but they also both have 4 as a factor, then divide by 4. Just cut right to the chase. If you divide by 2, they'll still have a common factor, and you'll just have to divide again. Oops, I forgot the word common. All right, so here's the other thing, is you won't always know when you have to simplify a fraction, which I should probably say is kind of the verb. If you hear to simplify a fraction, that means I want it, or the test wants it, in simplest form. So part of being able to simplify these is also recognizing when you need to simplify. So it's knowing when to do it and knowing how to do it. So that's simplest form.